And there we go. I think we're live again. Good morning, everyone. Hello. Welcome to my studio audience. And good morning from Brussels to everybody out there joining online in the virtual space. I'm Karen Helmstead, and it's a huge pleasure to welcome you to day 2 of our EIT Manufacturing Summit for 2022. And just a quick recap from yesterday, because we had a couple of really jam-packed discussion tables, roundtable discussions. We talked about the impact of energy insecurities and the energy crisis on the manufacturing industry in Europe. And of course, we looked at how the crisis can actually be seized as an opportunity to accelerate the transition to a more circular manufacturing model. Well, we have yet another action-packed day ahead of us, and the plan is as follows. We have a Regional Innovation Schemes Leaders Final competition, which you just saw on the bumper. And then we'll be breaking for lunch, and then we will have the final event for the Teaching Factories, which was a brand new competition this year, and there will be an award ceremony for that. So lots of suspense for the day ahead, and best of luck to all of the finalists, some of whom are seated here in the room with me. And let's get started with our first session, the RIS Leaders Grand Final, and this aims to support the best women innovators, professionals, researchers, and entrepreneurs who are playing a key role in solving manufacturing-related challenges. And even though the sector has made huge advances and progress in terms of diversity, women are unfortunately still in a clear minority in a number of areas, as we all know too well. And that this initiative is one that we're hoping is going to change that. So to tell us some more, let's welcome Konstantinos Gorgoulias. He's the EU Affairs and Risk Director for EIT Manufacturing. He's joining us from Athens. Welcome, Konstantinos. Haven't seen you for a long time.
Yes, good morning, Karen. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Actually, this time I'm joining from Tel Aviv in Israel, where I had the opportunity, actually, among other things, to also participate in a panel where I was also able to talk about some of the activities, not only leaders, but also some other activities that we do in order to promote and support women entrepreneurship and innovation coming from women leaders.
Fantastic. Yes, I forgot that you were in Tel Aviv. So it's great that you could connect at this time. Our day is just beginning. And tell us just quickly, I know you'd like to tell our audience what the objective is of the RIS Leaders competition this year and then generally going forward.
Yes, well, actually, you made a quite good summary of what we want to do with this project, Karin. Also, I suppose my colleague Maggie Vitrana-Plagou, that will talk later on, will also provide some details. But in general, as you also said, we want to support and promote women leaders that come to us or help have a key role in innovation for manufacturing and coming from the EIT RIS eligible countries. What I would like, however, to note is two things. That first of all, except of the finalists that we have here today, through this program, it's not only the award and the finalists. Through this program, we, after a whole process, an application process, we invite 30 women innovators, 30 selected applicants, which go through a whole training process. So even the ones that did not make it to become, let's say, to be there with us today as finalists, they will still have received all this training from EIT Manufacturing. And when they go back to their companies, we believe that this training and this extra knowledge that they have acquired, they will help them to also improve the efficiency and the effectiveness of their companies, either it is a startup or large manufacturing companies. And the second thing that I would like to really highlight is that we do not want to, let's say, highlight the finalists and the winners as, superheroes. Sometimes when you believe that, or if you see that some of these women are superheroes, or someone may believe that they have superhero powers, that's not the issue. There are several women, there are thousands of women out there that they do that Perhaps they are not so well known, and you do not need to have superhero powers in order to have, let's say, a leading position regarding innovation in manufacturing, like the women that we have here with us, today. So I think it is very, very important. We can call them as good examples, as role models, to show that there are also several others there that can do it. So also more and more women can also do it in the future. And that's all from my side for this introduction.
Well, thanks very much, Konstantinos, for that information and for those insights. I've got 6 women in the room here who were really raising their eyebrows when you talked about comparing them to superheroes. I think role models they most definitely are, and none of us need to be superheroes, but that was a great analogy. Thanks very much for joining us, and I know you're wishing everybody all the best. And I can get Maggie up here on the stage now, so have a good day in Tel Aviv. Yes, and for some more insight into this competition, Maggie Viterna Plaku has joined me, and she's right here. She's coordinator of the call for the RIS Leaders competition, and welcome. It's so great to see you. This time in person.
This time in person. I'm very happy to be here.
Wonderful, yeah. So just tell our audience a little bit why you've organized this competition from the beginning. We did it last year as well, but just tell us sort of the main objectives beyond what Konstantinos said.
Yes. So a little bit was mentioned already, but to sum up, so as the name reveals, the competition leaders aims at supporting and identifying the best women innovators from EIT RIS eligible countries. And for those who are not so familiar with this term, so these are countries which are, according to the European Innovation Scoreboard, moderate or modest innovating countries in Europe. But the important part for us is here that all of these women should have played a leading role in developing manufacturing-related solutions, with great impact either on the environment or on the society. So that would be the objective, and the purpose of this competition is, besides of identifying and supporting women innovators, we also wanted to draw attention to these women innovators and to what they have achieved, because women are very often the hidden champions in our society.
The
superheroes, as Konstantinos mentioned.
Behind the heroes.
Exactly. And with this competition, we just wanted to put them in the spotlight and give them the attention they deserve to have, because they have created great inventions to the benefits of our society.
Yeah.
And for this reason, as was mentioned before, we provided to the best 30 candidates, pitch trainings with the objective to support them in increasing the visibility of their projects and their achievements. Mm-hmm. So that's why they have received these pitch trainings. And yeah, moreover, we also wanted, besides of drawing attention to them and supporting them, also to motivate eventually more female talents to innovate and lead here.
And to come into the sector.
And to be, of course, the role models for the next generation of young women and girls.
So obviously wide-reaching consequences and more people involved than just the finalists who are in this room. And there were several rounds in this competition. Do you want to say a few words about the process?
Yes, so that's correct. It is also a long process. So we started in the beginning of May. The call was opened, and since then the competition consisted of 2 selection rounds. In the first selection round, the applicants submitted a written application on their manufacturing-related solution. And based on that, we selected 30 candidates who received those pitch trainings. And they received those pitch trainings in order to harmonize the format of the video pitches, which was relevant for the second round of selection and also for the grand final event today, so that they know how to pitch their solutions here with us. And yeah, so all of those 6 finalists are here today with us and have the opportunity to pitch their inventions live to a jury and to an international audience, and to potentially win prizes in the amount of 10,000 euros, 7,500 euros, or 5,000 euros.
Wow.
And yeah, the other 3 finalists will receive business mentoring support for 2 months. So
Fantastic, fantastic prize package as well. And just for our online audience, because we have our 6 finalists here with us in the room, and we'll have the pleasure of hearing all of their pitches in just a moment, but perhaps you can just tell us a few words about all 6 of these women.
Of course. So I'm very happy to do that and very excited for all of them to be here. So we have today 6 finalists from 4 different countries, out of many candidates from over 16 EIT RIS eligible countries. And I would start just in an alphabetical order with Paola Bonesù. Paola is a co-founder and director at Elif Lab, an Italian company specialized in designing algorithms and developing solutions leveraging the power of data science and artificial intelligence. She presents GenZone, a novel cognitive framework applied to robotics. So welcome, Paola. Then we have Valeria Chiono. Valeria is currently full professor at the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering of Politecnico di Torino in Italy. Her research is aimed at the design of innovative bioengineering approaches to solve key problems in regenerative medicine and nanomedicine. So welcome, Valeria. Then we have Sofia Dacheva. She's founder and CEO of Wise Group Ltd. The focus of her company is about transformation of the conventional supply chain of wineries into circular through recycling of grape, pomace, leftovers, and creation of new products in the food industry. Welcome, Sophia. Then we have Soraya Gadit. She's the CEO and founder of InnoCrowd, a technological platform with artificial intelligence and machine learning that connects researchers from all around the world to organizations that need to innovate. Welcome also to Soraya. We have Maggie Mejdrachova with us today. She's a co-founder of a Czech startup developing motion imitating robotics. She stands behind the Robot Twin innovative robot teaching tool enabling automation and digitalization of complex manufacturing jobs such as industrial spray painting. Hi, Maggie. And last but not least, we have Denise Pezzuoli. She is the co-founder and CTO of the startup Sunchip SRL and working in the predictive maintenance field, developing lot devices for real-time oil condition monitoring, helping the customer in the decision-making phase in order to minimize failures and other challenges with increasing assets reliability.
Absolutely amazing sounding projects there, and we're really looking forward to that. We also have a jury involved, so just quickly give us a rundown who's involved in that this year, because it's completely different jurors than last year.
That's correct, yes. These are completely different jurors. So we have Dubravka Škunka. Dubravka is a university professor and leading SME support activities on green transition at Go project, financed by the European Regional Development Fund and Region Skundal. Skane. So hello, Dubravka. Then we have with us Marie Hurtgen. She's an experienced manager in the materials manufacturing industry. She's currently Director Adventures and Technology at the Global Entrepreneurship Center, a scaling center and early stage investor in hardware startups focusing on sustainability. Welcome also, Marie. And also last but not least, we have with us Cedric Latessa. Cedric has over 15 years of tech investing experience. He worked in VC funds in Luxembourg, London, and Paris, and he is now the director of Cell Conseil, a corporate finance boutique specialized in tech fundraising and M&A in the industrial and environmental sectors.
Well, thanks very much for that overview, and thanks also to our jurors who are tuned in online and waiting to do the work, the heavy work of deciding. And a shout out to you guys. They'll be chiming in when it comes time to cross-examine the finalists, because of course they all get to answer a question as well. Thanks very much to Maggie and to Konstantinos for that introduction. And with that, we can proceed to the pitching competition. And we are here and ready to go, and I am going to give the floor to our very first finalist. We'll start with Paola Bonesù. The floor is yours, Paola.
Hello. Robots everywhere. Over the last 20 years, progress in artificial intelligence has increasingly led us to wonder whether robots will replace humans in all kinds of activities: logistics, production, even entertainment. The manufacturing industry is particularly eager to introduce robots to support humans in all strenuous, time-consuming, and risky tasks, and yet advanced automatization still proves to be inefficient. What a child would learn in a short time, a robot requires a long and meticulous training. Opaque. If we adopt a standard artificial intelligence approach where we see what goes in, what comes out, but we don't know exactly what happens inside this black box, it leads to incommunicability, increasing man's fear of the machine. Unpredictable and therefore dangerous, something you especially wouldn't want when you have a robot, perhaps with arms and legs, moving with people around. My name is Paola Bonesu, and I co-founded ELIF Lab. Today I present to you GeneZone, our cognitive framework applied to robotics. GeneZone combines artificial intelligence with an abstract semantic layer. Semantic concepts become the basis of robotic decision, similarly to what happens within a human mind. This novel path towards autonomous artificial intelligence allows for adaptivity, quickly introducing robots into new and dynamic environments, such as industrial ones. Explicability, improving communication between humans and machines, precisely because we speak the same abstract language. Controllability, opening the decision box, thus making decisions, and sensor fusion always controllable and predictable. Compared to other AI software, GeneZone can work even when there is little or no data already available. Like a child, in fact, it can learn from experience, but also from abstract rules. This allows us to extend automation to novel problems, solving multiple challenges with a comprehensive solutions. For this reason, GeneZone won the first Horizon 2020 Project Open Call dedicated to cognitive and collaborative robotics in the manufacturing industry. Our approach was also awarded in the Bonsab's Open Call for its ability to work on the edge, saving computational resources. Of course, a project like this one requires a multidisciplinary team, and as director at ELIF Lab, I'm very lucky to lead one. We live where Leonardo da Vinci used to live, and like him, we believe in a perspective that combines mathematics, engineering, philosophy, and models of the mind. I firmly believe that a leap forward in applying automation to the manufacturing industry can only come from a holistic approach and a more natural cooperation between humans and machines. GeneZone does that. For these reasons, I invite you to vote for me and for the fantastic team I'm here to represent. Thank you.
Excellent job to Paola Bonesu, who finished under her 3 minutes allotted time. And now we can proceed to a question from the jury. Take it away, guys.
I can see, Paola, that your area of expertise and the GeneZone solution is related to the digital and collaborative solutions for innovative manufacturing ecosystems and also human-machine co-working for socially sustainable manufacturing. My question is, regarding your presentation, how did you compare yourself to the competition? And what will you deliver to the buyers, which will be different than the competition is offering? And thank you very much for a very interesting presentation.
Thank you. Yeah, one most important point is that we wanted to realize an open box, not a black box, so that it's possible to understand in each phase what the robot is doing. The robot communicates with the user in natural language, so we think it's easier for the user to understand what the robot perceives, and also the robot can accept from the user's rules written in natural language. So this, in a sense, we speak the same language, the humans speak the same language together with the robot. This also, since we rely on abstract rules and not only on training, this allows to introduce robots into new dynamic environments because the timing is much shorter, since we don't need to train a neural network like many competitors do, or we don't need to have a lot of data to introduce robots into new environments, because we can, using abstract rules, we can bypass, in a sense, that phase. Another important point that we proved during this project stop and call, its ability for the robot to, in that case, to reach a goal within an environment, avoiding collision with obstacles, but being in the same time flexible. It doesn't need like other solutions. Other solutions rely a lot on landmarks within the environment, while with our solution, the robot can move without having landmarks, can use the information coming from different sensors. The information coming from different sensors can be reconducted to the same concepts within the reasoner that is behind our solution. And these concepts are used to generate sequences, logical and semantic sequences that are then sent to the robot in order to have it act within the environment in a smooth way, in a sense. Also, when there is a dangerous situation, the robot, since it can communicate abstract concepts in natural language, can easily alert the humans or the users behind, let's say.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Perfect timing. Once again, perfectly on time. Thank you to Paolo Bonessu for presenting this innovative project with robots. And let's proceed to our next finalist, and that is Valeria Chiono. The floor is yours, Valeria. Take it away.
Thank you. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Valeria Chiono. I am professor in regenerative medicine engineering at Politecnico di Torino and one of the inventors of Polirnatech, a new nanotechnology aimed at expanding the current boundaries of RNA therapies. RNAs are frontier drugs with remarkable therapeutic potential for the treatment of multiple diseases. However, to date, they have been clinically approved only for the treatment of liver-related diseases and as COVID-19 vaccine. And the gold standard for RNA delivery is represented by lipid nanocarriers. However, they are affected by many drawbacks, such as cytotoxicity, limited efficacy, no cell-targeted action, except for a liver cell. So, the availability of safe, efficient, and cell-specific delivery vehicles is the key challenge for a progress in RNA therapy. And to address this challenge, we patented an easy and versatile method for the preparation of nanocarriers having a lipid core for high RNA loading, a polymer shell enhancing stability, and surface functionalization with ligands for tailored cell targeting. The manufacturing process is user-friendly based on 2 nanoprecipitation step and an overnight incubation for surface functionalization. And we have also demonstrated an efficient RNA release to target cell using Polirnatech in vitro. Respect to main commercial products, Polirnatech provides tailored cell targeting, higher biocompatibility and storage stability, and versatility of use. Furthermore, the new production methods is environmentally friendly, and the versatility will decrease the research cost and time to market for the development of new RNA therapies addressing societal challenges. We will fund our startup in 2023 for the delivery of both transfection kits for research and new nanotherapeutics for heart disease treatment. We will start our fundraising campaign in order to get funding to increase TRL and reach the market after 5 years in the case of the transfection kits, while concluding the in vivo preclinical validation in the case of the nanotherapeutics. We are a multidisciplinary team, and we have multiple collaboration. This will support further advancement of our technology. We have also been finalists in a different business plan competition. And I have a leading role in all the activities driving Polirnatech since the starting idea up to the next foundation and development of the startup. So vote for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Valeria Chiono, RNA therapy, Polirnatech, and I think a question from the jury is in order. Let's bring them back on screen. Take it away. Dubravka, maybe.
I'll be maybe giving floor to Marie because she didn't have a chance.
Sorry,
to
that's
question.
exactly.
Yes, thank you very much for your presentation. My question would be around if you already have an idea of how the cost will develop for this technology compared to what the incumbent technologies are at the moment, because I understand that your customers, your first customers would likely be research centers, hospitals, and some environments that could be sensitive to cost of such kits. So yeah, if you could elaborate on this,
Yes,
I'm really curious.
Yes, thank you for the question. So we have two types of customers. We will produce both transfection kit for research use, and in parallel, we will develop the nanotherapeutics for specific clinical application. So in the case for the heart disease treatment. For what concerns the part of kit, we have thought about the possible cost. They could be in line with the cost of other commercial products, such as lipofectamine or Darmafect. Probably is a little bit higher due to the fact that our kit provides a superior performance because we have a targeted release of RNAs, which is something currently missing in the research. And this will also push the discovery on new RNAs, which is very important. So we want to support both research and the therapies at the same time with our company.
Thank you.
No more questions from the jury?
Can you quantify the benefits? What's the main benefit? Is it speed, efficiency of treatments? I mean, it's all very. Can you be concrete, or it's too early to be? And
Yes.
The scientist in you cannot give numbers because you at least order of magnitude.
Thank you. So for efficiency of treatment, we mean that through our nanocarriers, we can encapsulate all the microRNAs that we use. So this means that we save oligonucleotide, and at the same time, this microRNA, according to our test, is completely released to the cell. And this means that probably during the therapeutic approach, we will need less amount of nanoparticles for the same treatment, which is very important. Also, the process is efficient from the point of view of the yield. And in fact, we have more than 95% of yield. This means that we will have no waste or almost no waste, which is also very important.
95% compared to what today?
Sorry?
Say 95% efficiency, but compared to what? What's the best standards today?
So the best, as shown in my slides, we compared with Darmafect for the transfection agents, and the efficiency was lower, was around 60% according to our test, while for the therapeutic application, we have another comparison, which is on petro. We have data from the literature, but we will do a real test in vitro and in vivo with on petro supplied by a nanomedicine network in Canada in the next month, thanks to the fundraising.
Thank you very much for those efficient answers. You got a lot of questions there.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Valeria Chiono. Thanks to our jury. It was a very interesting one, RNA therapy. And now it's time to give the floor to the next innovator, Sofia Daceva. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sofia. I'm the founder and CEO of WISE Group Limited. And today I'm going to present to you the WISE additive. My problem can be defined in two simple words: grape pomace. For those of you unfamiliar with it, grape pomace represents a byproduct from the winemaking process and is mainly comprised of skins and seeds. Now, in the world, more than 13 million metric tons of grape pomace are being produced and unused annually. And although this grape pomace could be very beneficial for food manufacturers because it contains many healthy characteristics, it remains unused and wasted. Now, this is a closer look of how the landfill looks like after grape pomace has been thrown in it. As you can imagine, this has multiple negative effects towards the environment, the most important including resistance to biological degradation, surface and groundwater pollution, and attraction of flies and pesticides that spread diseases in the living environment. Moreover, in recent years, with the increased wine production, illegal disposal of grape pomace appeared, in a way in which it ends up being thrown in the local rivers, thus turning them purple or as part of the sewage system. Now, this does not only affect the environment, but also the local population in the targeted cities. In order to tackle this issue, WISE Group developed an innovative technological process for grape pomace processing and extraction of multiple healthy characteristics from it at the same time. We named our solution multifunctional grape pomace additive, and this is how simple our end product looks like. The reason we named that multifunctional is because our additive has the role of dietary fiber, antioxidant, and natural food coloring ingredient, all combined in a single product. Now, at the moment, food manufacturers use 3 different additives, natural or synthetic, in order to obtain these characteristics in their final product, while the WISE additive represents a single product with 3 functionalities that is offered 2 times lower cost compared to currently available solutions in the market. In order to enter the market successfully, we've developed a B2B strategy by targeting the mill and bakery, dairy, and confectionery industry. And these are examples of how the products look like after the additive has been inserted in them. In terms of competitors, we have synthetic or natural additives, but none of them have the possibility for multifunctionality, which is our unique value proposition combined with the value for money offer, because of which we managed to secure 4 pre-contracts with factories. In terms of environmental impact, we will currently wineries use conventional supply chain, and we will take this one step further and transform it into circular through a reduction of waste from wine production process and creation of new product in the food industry, thus contributing to the 2nd and 12th Millennium Development Goal. Behind the scenes, there is a team of food technologists, operations manager, and me as the founder and CEO and inventor of the idea. And together, we managed to achieve 2 regional, 2 domestic, and 1 global award that led us from laboratory in 2020 to factory in 2022. If you want to support us further, please vote for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Sophia and 3 women innovating with the WISE additive project. And let's bring our jury back on screen for a question for Sophia.
Hello.
Sophia, I would like to thank you for a very interesting presentation. And you have mentioned about the circular economy aspects of your solution. The thing that I'm very interested in is life cycle assessment. Have you already implemented it, or are you planning to? Have you also done a CO2 reduction estimation in comparison with solutions of the competitors? Thank you.
So in terms of the life cycle, basically what we are currently doing is once the grape pomace has been created by the wineries, we decided we are currently installing metal bins that are portable and easy to deconstruct and construct again. And in a period of 3 days, we take this grape pomace, and the way we store it is we either process it directly in the factory, or the alternative solution is we place it at a temperature which is minus 18 degrees Celsius, so that it doesn't contaminate microbiologically. And this is how we prevent it. And once it is stored, for now, we're a company that exists for 2 years, but for now, even the grape pomace that's stored for more than a year under the circumstances remains stable once made into the additive. And in terms of CO2, we thought about it, but it's still like early stage, so we couldn't manage to calculate it properly. But thank you for this recommendation. Maybe we will do that in the future.
Thank you.
Do we have time for one more question?
Very quick.
All right. My question is, thank you very much, first of all, for your presentation. What remains after you extract your additives? Because you aim to solve this problem of waste remaining. And so what comes out after this extraction step that you perform, and how much then in the end remains?
Thank you. Great question. So what we want, ideally, we want to create a company with 0 waste. But at the moment, all the waste that remains is the organic waste, like the parts of the trees from the grapes or some insects, but this is what remains. Most of it, it's ecological. And in fact, even this waste in the future can be eliminated and used, for example, as biofuel or something like that, that will lead us to a 0 waste company. However, because at the moment we are a small company, SME, we cannot allow ourselves to let's say, go in this direction. And once we grow, this is one of our plans.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And 2 questions answered in the required time. Fantastic work, Sofia Dacheva. Thank you very much. And with that, we can proceed to our next pitch. And our next innovator is Soraya Gadit. So come on up, Soraya, and the floor is yours.
Is this one? This is...
Just hit the button.
hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Soraya Gadit, and I am the CEO and founder for InnoCrowd. We have already made some challenges and solved challenges for big companies like BASF, Bosch, and Volkswagen, for example. Our main customers are SMEs and big companies that have challenges, that don't know how to deal with these challenges and need to use open innovation to solve their challenges. I have been a pharmacist for almost 20 years, and also I have an MBA. And using the power of InnoCrowd, I know I can reach my goal, which is to find a cure for cancer, for example. InnoCrowd is a Web 2.0 platform with artificial intelligence and machine learning, and we can connect the brightest minds of the world, researchers and startups from all over the world, from the best universities, with companies that need innovative solutions. We can find solutions in 4 to 6 weeks, and we have a rate of success of 95%. We have almost 1.6 million solvers, researchers, the best minds of the world in our platform, already registered in our platform. Our business model is very simple. We charge 5,000 euros for a seeker organization to submit a challenge in our platform. Then we charge plus 10,000 euros for them to see the solutions after 60 days. So it's very simple and very easy. This is our team. We are very energetic, passionate, and we know what we are doing. One example of one challenge that we have solved is one challenge from a very big railway station. They had a challenge for 21 years, and the challenge was to detect the fraud. They wanted to detect how many people was using the railway without buying a ticket. So they posted the challenge in our platform, and in 60 days we have found a solution. The problem of this challenge was how to detect these people that were using the railway, but without recognizing faces because of the confidentiality and privacy of the people. So in 60 days, we have found a solution, an innovative solution, for a problem that this organization had for 21 years. So please vote in us. We are not going to let you down. And well, we have so much dreams to achieve. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Soraya was so engrossed there that I noticed the clock was, we're just over. And I'm going to ask the jury to come back on to ask a question to Soraya about this open innovation platform.
If I may, you say you have 95% success rate. I mean, how do you define success?
Okay, thank you for your question. We define success for with the implementation of the solution. So for us, it's not important only the match between what is the best solution of the solvers and the challenge. So we do this match with an algorithm, which is very, very good. It's almost 100%, but we measure the success with the implementation of the solution. So we are a company that we first we identify the challenge, then we help the seeker to structure the challenge in our platform. Then the platform go after the right solvers all around the world, so the best solvers, and then when we found the right solvers, the right researchers for that challenge, we force that solvers, that group of solvers, to implement the solution. So this is how we do this metric with the implementation of the solution.
Any other questions from the jury? We still have 1 minute, 22 seconds left.
Yes, thank you very much for your presentation. My question would be then, how do you incentivize the solvers? Because I see you have now recruited more than 1 million of them to solve the problems. How do you incentivize us? What's their incentive in this?
We have did a market research when we launched InnoCrowd. So the first thing to incentivize the solvers is, first of all, is money, and the second one is recognition. So we incentivize the solver, giving them an award, and then when the match is done and the seeker chooses the right solver, they will not only win an award, which is between 5,000 euros and 15,000 euros, plus they will win a contract of work. So the IP transfer will be done, and also or a license transfer will be done. And also we will give a recognition in our platform of the best solver.
Thank you very much to the jury for your questions, and to Soraya Gadit for this fascinating open innovation platform, InnoCrowd. Well done. And with that, we can proceed to our next woman innovator, and she's also a finalist, Maggie Medrichova. And I would invite you to take the floor. She's got some equipment and a gadget. And here's your clicker if you should need it.
Yes, thank you. All right, manufacturing in the age of automation still looks like this. My name is Maggie, I'm the founder and CTO of RobotWin, and I took this picture in a paint shop, Metalkov. They are still running manual production, even though working in a paint shop is an unhealthy and demanding job, and they are suffering from lack of workforce. Metalkov came for me for help because the classical automation does not work for them. For such SMEs, the automation is broken. Automation means laying off your skilled workers and replacing them with a robot and a robot programmer who costs you 2 times more. This programmer lacks the knowledge of your technology and is not able to program products that are too complex. Your robot is utilized by 40% only. And it takes up to a month to tune a trajectory for a new product. What a waste of time and resources. It's not a surprise that McKinsey states that the second top challenge relevant for automation is the robot programming. And as a challenge, I have solved. RobotWin is the first one to digitize employees' know-how and to integrate the worker into the process of automation. Imagine I'm a painter who knows very well his job. I paint the first product, RobotWin tracks the motion when I do it, and automatically generates trajectory for the robot. From this time further, all the other products in the series are painted by the robot, and the result is as good as when the worker does it himself. Workers become robot teachers, and SMEs don't need robot programmers anymore. RobotWin brings higher robot utilization because even the most complex tasks can be automated, and we save time and resources since we are fast and accurate. RobotWin is fulfilling the wish of manufacturers. It's transforming the routine manual jobs into collaborative automation, which is safer, healthier, and more enjoyable. And there is no competitor who has ever achieved that before so easily and naturally as we do. That's why the end users interested in the RobotWin product are not only from industrial painting, but also from other market segments, such as blasting, gluing, or quality control. It is my engineering background and the experience in robotics that allowed me to develop this technology. But what I'm the most proud of is not receiving the awards, but saving humans from doing unhealthy, repetitive jobs in the age of automation. That's why I founded the company, built this team, and I continue developing the technology further. From a prototype in my diploma thesis, over a successful testing in a real production, after a seed funding received for 2023. So please, if the future of manufacturing is important to you, support the journey towards our vision, becoming the one-stop solution for all jobs that robots can't do yet. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Maggie Medrečová for that fascinating presentation, also under time, incredible. Let's bring the jury back in. I'm very interested to hear your questions. Off you go.
What's your business model?
Thank you for the question. We have twofold business model. First of all, we want to deliver our robot teaching tool directly to SMEs that already have a robot, because for them it allows to increase the efficiency of their automation and increase the usage of their robots. And a second business model is to make partnership with system integrators who would be delivering a complete automation solution to those factories that are purely manual, because it is a bigger investment, so the integrator would deliver the complete solution and our product would be just like an add-on to the solution.
Another question? We still have over 2 minutes, our jury.
If nobody has one, how are you perceived by the workmen, the painters?
Excuse me?
How are you perceived by the people who are actually doing the painting?
Okay. Thank you for this question. As I said, our solution is not meant to replace the people, but we really integrate them into the process. So what it means for them is that they spend less time in the unhealthy paint shops doing the manual routine jobs, but they will change to be teachers of the robots. So they will have more responsibility, will be more important for the company, and they will really have the chance to show their professional skills. So they actually perceive our product in a good way because it helps them to have more enjoyable and in the same time more recognized job in their company where they are working.
More productivity too, I would imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because obviously a robot, they can line 6 of them up and then off they go. Thank you very much. The jury is obviously impressed with what they've heard, and no more questions from them. I think we'll proceed. And thank you very much to you for that presentation. Maggie Medrečová. And we can proceed with that to our final pitch. This, I mean, amazing, just like last year, such a wealth of knowledge in these presentations and such an interesting breadth of information that we're getting, and we learned so much just in these presentations. I would like to ask Denise Pezzoli to come up and finish the show for us.
Thank you. Okay, here we go. Hello, everyone. I'm Denise, and I'm the co-founder and CTO of Sunchip. Sunchip is an innovative startup based in Italy that works in predictive maintenance field with particular focus in real-time analysis of lubricants. You have all seen an industrial plant or a wind turbine before. When you have assets that cost hundreds of millions and generate billions of euros per day, you don't want them stopped because of unexpected failures. This means that performing the right maintenance is fundamental. As blood that flows through our veins, lubricant is the life fluid of all those machines. And think that 80% of failures leave a footprint in lubricant. This is the reason why today machinery owners rely on offline lubricant analysis in laboratories to mitigate risks. Here at Sunchip, we go beyond this approach in laboratory. We develop IoT devices for real-time and inline oil condition monitoring based on lab-on-chip technology. That is a technology that integrates into a single miniaturized chip several analyses usually done in laboratory. This means 24/7 monitoring without operators, money savings due to the minimization of failures and unexpected downtime, and more sustainability, reducing lubricant waste and asset carbon footprint.
Here our products, we have Ivor, our smart sensor, which are L8 and ready for the first quarter of 2023 for sales. Then we have also Lab, our oil control unit, now still in development, but ready for early 2024. But we are not only a hardware supplier, we also develop a cloud platform to give strategic information to our customers, so to make the right maintenance at the right time, giving our customer basically peace of mind. About our business model, we have a subscription services, including both hardware and software. Then as a second stream, we have a tailor-made sensors for our OEM customer, and we foresee in the future also big data monetization useful for further customer. Here, the team, I'm Denise, I have a PhD in physics and many years of experience in lab-on-chip technology and nanotechnology in general. We have Marco and Leonardo with expertise in fluid analysis and tribology respectively, and an industrial co-founder, IAZ, with plus of 20 years of experience in that sector. About our milestones, so far we won 8 different awards, including one acceleration program with Techstars, 2 patent submissions, 3 R&D projects, and 5 POC actually ongoing. Our vision now, we're focused on lab-on-chip devices for oil condition monitoring, but thanks to the versatility of our technology, in the future it will be possible to reach other sectors. And before concluding, watch this video and listen. This is the sound of performing machine, so this is the sound of peace of mind for our customer. Thank you for your kind attention.
Well done, well under time. Thanks very much to Denise Pezzoli. And a question from the jury. Let's bring them back on screen.
I would like to thank Denise for a very interesting presentation of the Sunchip. And I would have a question. Since your solution is feeding into a circular economy for green manufacturing and also lowering environmental footprint systems, as you have mentioned in your application, I'm interested in the environmental profile of your solution. So regarding the concrete environmental assessment analysis that you have already undertook or you are planning to take in the future, for example, life cycle assessment, environmental analysis, greenhouse gases emissions calculations, and so on. So please explain to us your environmental profile. Thank you.
Yeah, in this period, we participate in another event that is based on circular economy. Then we have performed an analysis of our production chain about our sensor and what is the environmental footprint and what are the advantages to install on one of our sensor into, for example, a wind turbine. Then we have take an example, an industrial example. So basically, we thought to install our devices on a wind turbine, and from an environmental point of view, we estimated that the decrease of asset carbon footprint is around 30% on onshore wind turbines and around 15% on offshore wind turbines. And we performed this analysis with OpenLCA software, that is a typical software used by environmental engineers. So we have a company of environmental engineers that help us in this environmental analysis from an economic circular point of view.
Thanks for that answer. Any further questions from the jury? We have a minute left.
Yeah,
real quick.
If I can. I've seen many solutions like yours, probably not as technically sophisticated as yours, but definitely way better than the current market, which is sending a guy doing the maintenance and usually when the problem has arisen. So I agree with the problem. I agree a solution can be helpful. The one big problem is the industry. Maintenance companies are paid a lot to do maintenance. They have absolutely no interest in using much more effective solution because basically you're cutting their grass under their feet. So what will be your go-to-market strategy to have a decent chance of bypassing maintenance companies? You will not be trusted as a small company by big wind turbine manufacturers. That's question number one. And question number two, why do you have 2 CEOs? It's one too many.
For the question number one, our go-to-market strategy is basically we are a B2B company. So basically, our or better, a business to enterprise company. We talk with big companies, and so the go-to-market strategy basically is based on direct sales and some of our distributors around Europe or in general around the world. So basically, we are now enforcing our sales side of the company with hiring some salespeople. And about the question number 2, I can ask you to repeat the question, please.
We are running out of time. Keeping in mind we are running out of time.
Sorry?
Why do you have 2 CEOs?
Because basically the other guy that worked with us is in Italy and is in UK. Sorry. So basically we are now opening a new company also in UK. So this is the reason, basically, because we have 2 CEOs.
Thank you very much to Denise Pezzuoli. Fantastic presentation of
opportunity.
Sandship, and well done. Great stuff to all of our finalists for fantastic and fascinating presentations. For our audience, the jury will now deliberate, so be sure to stay tuned for the awards ceremony, and that is, of course, coming right up after a short panel on the importance of women innovators in RIS countries. That's coming up. And joining me now is Nikki Kuzi, who's here to speak about this competition and to speak about the wider implications of the importance of women innovators in the RIS countries. Nikki is the managing director of the brand new regional office Southeast in Athens, which was inaugurated just in October. Very exciting stuff. I followed it on LinkedIn, so it's great to see you in person and to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
And we're also going to get Klaus Bates, who is CEO of the EIT Manufacturing, and here he is for the first time again today. Hello, Klaus. You're still in Paris, I take it.
Hi, good morning, Karen. Good morning, Nikki, and good morning, all the people that are in the room and all that are remote listening to us.
Great. I'm so glad that both of you could join us. We have a little bit of time to fill while the jury does its deliberation after those fantastic presentations. So I'm going to start with you, Klaus, because I just want to know, you're promoting women in manufacturing with this competition. We all know why, but why in the 21st century is it still so important to promote women in manufacturing? What's going on there? How's it coming along?
Yeah, I mean, manufacturing was historically and is still, to a large extent, very male-dominated. And we definitely have to change this. I mean, for me, it is really a proven fact that mixed teams are more successful, are more collaborative, are managing crisis or difficult situations better than only male teams or only female teams. Yeah. So we have to look here for a new culture where male and female work in teams closely together. And I think we have currently a unique opportunity because we have a shift in the profiles of the workforce we need in our factories and plants. We have a big shift from physical strength and muscle power towards brain power. You know, with all the automation, with the robotics, we need in the future more and more well-educated people who supervise, who manage, who control, who program all the automated equipment, the robots, the automated transportation vehicles, the conveyor belts, and so forth. And women are very qualified for this, yeah? And but not only on the shop floor, we need female managers at all levels. Why? And a woman, due to my opinion, can manage in the same way a production line or a complete factory like a man. So this is for me really a proven fact that teams work there better together, and therefore we promote strongly the women in manufacturing to increase the percentage of women we have active in manufacturing in all levels, on the managerial level, for the white colors as well as for the blue colors.
Thanks for that, Klaus. So obviously we need women on all levels, and it seems that the barriers are slowly disappearing, some of the more traditional barriers. But education is certainly not lacking when we're in a room like this, is it, Nikki? Because, I mean, for instance, someone like yourself, you have a PhD in mechanical engineering. You're from Greece, which is one of the RIS countries, as we heard, one of the countries that's considered more of a moderate innovator. So we want to be really digging in there and getting lots and lots of people into higher education. Was there anything that you found in your studies, for instance, specifically challenging as a woman in this field in Greece?
Yes,
Tell us about your experience, just quickly.
Yes. First of all, good morning from my side. It's really nice to be here. Good morning, Klaus. Nice to see you. And a huge congratulations to our finalists. Very nice ideas. We are really glad to have you here. So well done. From my side, I still remember the first day at school, I mean in the university, in the mechanical engineering department. We had 170 people in my year. 15 were women and 155 were men. So it is a challenge, to be surrounded by men, because these sometimes lead to need more effort in order to be heard. And also, sometimes there is this thing that women may feel the need to suppress their feminine side in order to fit and in order to adjust to the environment. But for me, it has been a great experience because I have been working with people that, treated the same to male and to female engineers, and this is very important, and this boosts also the confidence. So in the outer world, even in industry that things are more male dominant, you can be there as an equal part, and I think this is what we need to do. We need to support also the woman side and boost their confidence. And as Klaus mentioned, now manufacturing is more clear, is less physical, more, let's say, digital, smarter as well. So this can bring inclusiveness in manufacturing domain, not only, of course, in gender, but also in age and in other aspects as well. So I see a lot of opportunity there, and this is why also in EIT Manufacturing we are doing these kind of activities to promote that.
But if I understand correctly, you're also saying that environments are changing. For instance, your study environment was really one of egalitarianism. Everybody was treated the same. So there's a positive change also on that front across the universities of Europe and in the particular regions that we're talking about. I'm just wondering, is it still difficult from your experience and from what you know about getting girls involved? Is it still difficult to get girls interested in STEM fields, typical STEM?
Typically, especially coming from a RIS country, I see it as a tradition, let's say, that typically girls are more keen to the social sciences because they are not aware of the opportunities that the applied sciences can offer to them. And I truly believe that, the biggest thing is for a person, regardless the gender, to find a field that he or she is passionate about and he can be creative about. And I think manufacturing is such a field, can give so many opportunities.
So much creativity in this
So much
room.
creativity, and I think that this should be clear to women as well, and at least it should be a possibility for them on what to choose to move forward.
Klaus, I'm going to come back to you because based on your very long-standing experience in manufacturing, how has the involvement of women in this field developed, increased from your perspective, and what effect has this had for the whole of manufacturing across Europe?
I see very positive effects. We see more and more women are deciding to study STEM fields, engineering, mathematics, mechanical engineering, like Nikki did, but also under the competition, the innovators we had before, there we see really that women more and more get engaged also in the area of manufacturing. So there are really positive effects. You know, as I said in the beginning, I am very convinced we need the creativity and the power of the women, the specific female power of the women in manufacturing. And if I'm convinced about the idea, I'm passionate about the idea, and I'm always impatient that the progress is too slow. But it's a long way to go to bring more women also in the decision-making process, not only at a shop floor or at a supervisory function, really in the decision-making process. But we see that the dynamics in the companies, but also in the research teams have changed. There are more and more women involved. And also, I think we are addressing more and more women-relevant challenges in manufacturing. Mm-hmm. So I see, as I said in the beginning, a very positive effect, because additional minds will bring also additional ideas and additional perspectives into the manufacturing domain. And this is needed for the transition towards a circular economy, towards the decarbonization of industry and so forth. Mm-hmm. So it's still a long way to go, and I hope we can accelerate with our activities like this competition and our promoting of women in manufacturing. I hope we can accelerate a bit this long way to go.
So thanks, Klaus, because that was a great overview sort of the general scene, but let's get to what is the particular specificity of this competition, which is, of course, that these women all come from RIS countries, as you do yourself, Nikki. And I'm just wondering, where do you see the potential and the benefits, really, for women in manufacturing from a RIS country perspective?
Mm-hmm. So the first thing I would say is that at this point there are great opportunities for great jobs in RIS countries in the field of manufacturing, and it's really important for the women to be aware of that, because indeed, as Klaus mentioned, the representation, let's say, of women in the field is already increasing. So we need to transfer that also in the RIS countries and promote that as well. And of course, there are a lot of opportunities provided by European instruments that are boosting innovation and entrepreneurship for women. And of course, leaders through EIT manufacturing activities such as Leader is also an opportunity to bring them in the forefront and support them in their activities. So I think there is a broad range of opportunities also for the RIS countries to be part and active. And we are here to help to explore these opportunities.
Help get the ball rolling for so many of them. Now, you just I mentioned it earlier, you just inaugurated the new CLC, if you wish, or the regional office southeast in Athens in October. So that's incredibly exciting because you've really enlarged the area that you're covering with such acuity. What can you tell us about what's going on there, and what are your plans for the next month?
Yes, so actually I'm also really excited for this new collocation center. It is located in Athens, and it was launched this year, as you mentioned. So we had our exciting inauguration event in Athens, combined with Innovate Athens, part of the annual event of EIT. Mm-hmm. And it was really nice because we had there a lot of stakeholders from the region, but also in pan-European level, and we had also a good representation of the national authorities. So we had 3 ministers attending from 3 RIS countries, and we are very happy about that. So this gave us also stimulation and momentum to move forward. So the new CLC will be covering 8 countries of the Southeast Europe: Albania, Romania, Bulgaria, Greece, North Macedonia, Moldova, and Turkey. And RIS, actually 6 out of these 8 countries are RIS countries. Mm-hmm. So you can imagine that the RIS part will be of strategic importance into our activities, and of course we will focus on boosting and stimulating the women involvement as well. programs such as Leaders will be of priority for us. Also, there are further activities in RIS that are focusing on engaging pupils, that this, going in schools and outreaching and disseminating the possibilities and the offerings in the manufacturing field and the STEM activities. So we want to do that as well, and even focus also in women as well. So there are a lot of things going on right now, and we're excited to move forward.
Absolutely, I can imagine. Well, a final question to you, Klaus. What would you like to say, just briefly, because I actually have just received word that the jury has finished their deliberations. So what would you like to say to all the girls and women possibly listening out there to you now, or working in the area, or considering a job in manufacturing?
Yeah, first of all, what we have to bring much more across is how manufacturing really touches each of us at every moment. All the things around us, the chair we are sitting on, the food on our plate, the plate itself, the table where the plate is on, all our communication means, our transportation means, our medical equipment, you name it, all is at the end the result of a production process. So manufacturing really determines, to a large extent, our daily life. And so the manufacturing domain offers very exciting opportunities to shape our daily life. And this, I think, is a unique opportunity, especially for women, with their specific look, with their specific perception of the world around us, with their creativity, and looking to the transition towards a circular economy, towards a decarbonization of industry. There are really a plenty of very ambitious and challenging opportunities, especially for women and for girls.
That's a great message for 50% of the future workforce. Thanks very much, Klaus, for those insights. And thanks also to you, Nikki, for coming up and enlightening us also on your new co-location center. The jury has deliberated, and of course, I think the suspense is nearly killing us. So we're going to proceed to our RIS Leaders Award. And with that, I think I can hand back to Konstantinos Gorgoulias, because we're going to draw out the suspense just another couple of seconds and bring Konstantinos back onto the stage here. The virtual stage. There you are, Konstantinos. I think at this point, I'm going to invite you to say a few words, because that was quite an impressive batch of presentations.
Yes, thank you, Karin. To be honest, after watching this event, if you allow me 2-3 minutes for that, and being responsible together with my colleagues for the event, it's captivating. I'm very, very happy that we have such kind of activities and such kind of events. And I hope, there is a quote saying that if you believe you can or you believe you cannot, either way you are correct. So I hope that with these role models, I think that more women innovators will, let's say, even more believe that they can, and they will eventually try to do it, and perhaps be together with us next year and the years afterwards, and pursue a career in manufacturing, so that we are able also to attract more talents, more talented women in European industry. I'm really, really happy about the course of the event. So based on that, I would really like to also, before going to the awarding ceremony, to thank so much the attendees, our members, and of course our internal leaders, because we also have our leaders, my colleagues, Maggie Viterna-Plaku and Marta Molinero, who implemented this activity from the beginning to the end with extreme professionalism, are our leaders. I think we have a lot of leaders around, also our jury panel members, also you, Karin. So I think that we also need to really promote all these role models so that we can attract more women to follow a career in innovation, and eventually also going ahead with getting leading positions, not only in manufacturing, but in general in the professional world. And that's all from my side. Thank you really so much for this event.
Thanks very much, Konstantinos, for coming in with those words of gratitude to all of the women involved in even sort of putting this competition together. And now it is time for our awards. Thanks to you in Tel Aviv, and enjoy the rest of the day, Konstantinos. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm going to get Klaus Bates back online here, and then I'm going to ask Maggie Viterna-Placu to come up and join me on stage, also with Marta Molinero. They were both mentioned there just now by Konstantinos, so come on up to help with the awards. And I think we're going to hand the honors of announcing the winners actually to our CEO. So Klaus, take it away, and I would like you to start with announcing our third place winner. We're awarding prizes to the top 3, as you've heard. So take it away with our third place winner.
Yeah, thanks, Karen. And it's an honor and a pleasure to me to announce that the first place goes to Valeria Chiono.
Yes. Come on up, and welcome to Valeria Chiono. Come on up. And congratulations. I can get a congratulatory handshake and a trophy. And perhaps you would like to say a couple of words.
Yes. Thank you very much for this opportunity. And I would like to take the chance to thank also all the team, all Polirnatec team, for this great result. Thank you.
Thanks very much. And a round of applause for our third place winner. Valeria is receiving a check, the third place prize of 5,000 euros and a trophy. And thanks very much that's to put on your mantelpiece, of course, and motivate you for the next big projects. Get in there, ladies, for the photo as well, so that we can see that both of you were supporting this competition. Maggie Viterna-Placu and Marta Molinero supporting and handing out the awards here today. And this one to our third place winner, Valeria Chiono. Thank you. Congratulations. Félicitations. Yes, you can make way for the second place. Klaus, I wish you could be here with us in person, but take it away with our second place winner for this RIS Leaders competition.
I'm sad not to be on stage together with you and with Maggie. And so it's an honor for me to congratulate for the second place, Denise Bezzuoli.
Congratulations. Denise Bezzuoli with Spanchip and winning the check for 7,500 euros, the second place honor, and a second place winner trophy for her mantelpiece. Let's give them a hand. This very good performance. And now the moment we have all been waiting for. And Klaus, I'm going to hand over to you to give us our first place winner of this year's RIS Leaders competition.
Yeah, so the first place goes to Maggie Medrachova.
Maggie Medrachova with her robot teaching scheme, and she's got a check for 10,000 euros, the first place prize, and of course, yes, get in there for the picture. And I think I forgot to hand the microphone over to Denise for some words, and I could get you back up here on stage to actually say some words for that, because I think that would only be fair. But we'll let you go first, Maggie.
Yeah. Thank you so much for this award. Thank you so much for organizing this event. I think it's super important. It's extremely motivating, like for me, for the whole team, but I hope also for the other girls and women. So yeah, happy to be here today, and congrats to all of us, because I think we did a good job. And it's just like one step on the long journey. So it's a motivation to continue and develop further.
And because you mentioned your co-winners, I'm going to ask Denise back up here, and also Valeria Chiono, if we can, And let's give the microphone first to Denise. Come on up, and we'll get all three of you back up here, but I'll give you an opportunity to also say some words for having...
I completely agree with Maggie, obviously, so thank you for the organization, for supporting us, and for believing us. It's a very important competition, so I'm so proud about the prizes. Thank you.
Terrific. Thank you very much for being here. And thanks, of course, to Maggie and Marta. And I guess we're probably going to do a group photo after the closing remarks now, but we will definitely get all three of you back up here on stage with your checks, with your trophies. Well done to all of you. And let's have a final resounding round of applause. And I'm going to hand over to you, Klaus, for some closing remarks of this fantastic session.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Karen, and congratulations again to the three winners, and congratulations to all the participants. You are really the role models. Yeah, we need in Europe role models like you in manufacturing. And you know, my motto is always do good things and talk about. And we will make some noise around your winning and for all the participants. And we will really promote you as a role model in manufacturing. And we hope that many, many girls and women get inspired by your ideas and your successes. And I wish you, for your personal endeavor, I wish you all the best for the future, much, much success. And that maybe somewhere in the future, our paths will cross again and we can celebrate your success.
Heartfelt words from the CEO of EIT Manufacturing, Klaus Beetz, and I hope we made enough noise for your taste. Let's make a little bit more noise to congratulate our well-deserved winners, our well-deserved finalists, and thank you to all 6 of you for being here. Thanks to Maggie and to Marta. And for our audience, it is time to break for lunch. And once again, a reminder for our virtual audiences of the virtual breakout rooms where you can tour around a lot more of the projects and get a lot more insight and results from the 2022 activities. We'll see you back here at 13:30 sharp. I think we're breaking a little bit early for lunch, so we managed to get through that in one foul swoop. So we'll break a little early for lunch. That means a little bit more networking on this side in Brussels, and we'll see you later. Bon appétit à tous et à toutes. Ciao.